What is good, guys? Back again, as promised. I told you guys, knocking out two Q&As that I had posted on Patreon. These were for every member of my Patreon. So didn't matter if you were a paid member or a free member. It's for everybody. And this one we're dedicating to the godfather of all superpowered heroes, Superman, the last son of Krypton, Kal-El, Clark Kent. So many names, but a lot of people still would say there's true face of DC, even though some would say maybe not. But I had posted this a week ago, and actually I posted on the 4th of July, and this time around I told everybody you could ask 4 questions. So yeah, got enough where I thought I'd just knock it out now. So yeah, let's do this. So let's check out these questions. This should be fun. So the first question comes from Charles Gorman. What's good, Chuck? How would an interaction between Superman and Blue Marvel go in your eyes? If it was up to me, a interaction between Blue Marvel and Superman would be similar to how Superman and Icon, how they interact to a degree. Outside of them fighting each other once, but no, be more intriguing, just talking. I don't want them fighting, just to fight. Next question, what are your thoughts on the recent power upgrades along with his new abilities? I'm cool with it if it serves a purpose. I'm behind on Superman a lot of Superman, so, but I know his power set, they have upgraded him. Like if it serves a purpose, I'm fine with it. You know, he's Superman, so but yeah. Do you think kryptonite is overused and overrated? No, because it's not even used as much anymore. But yes, I mean it's one of his weaknesses, so why wouldn't it be used? It's like saying, oh, if Superman is fighting a person who has magic and and that hurts him, it's like, is that overused? No, it's not. Next question, aside from Dr. Doom and Thanos, which villains from Marvel do you think would be a good matchup for Superman? Any of the former Heralds of Galactus, Mephisto, Sidorak, Juggernaut. Yeah, that'd be actually a really interesting fight, seeing Juggernaut and Superman go at it. Who else I can see? Sentry. Yeah. So yeah. Thank you, Chuck, for the question. Next up, Cyborg 1999. Okay, here we go. What are your favorite Superman arcs? Anything John Byrne wrote, I love. I love John Byrne's run of Superman. There's a lot of Superman arcs that I'm getting one of my favorite Brainiac stories. I can't remember it on top, but yeah. But anything John Byrne did, I love. Anything Dan Jurgens wrote for Superman, love. What would J. Jonah Jameson think of Superman? I don't even want to know. I don't know. I don't know if he would feel the same way he used to feel about Spider-Man. And to me, it's the most ridiculous reason for Spider-Man, but I don't think. I don't think he would have anything really to say about Superman in that way. What Marvel character aside from Spider-Man, Captain America, do you see Superman interacting with the most? Thor? Surfer, I could probably see him doing too. Blue Marvel. For some reason, I can see him interacting a lot with the X-Men too. Like the X-Men for sure. Yeah, I could definitely see the X-Men too. Like Superman would be all for their cause, you know, in a good way, not in a bad way. And that's it. Okay. Next up, Eliza. Could Superman beat Galactus? I don't think so. Galactus is a force that not a lot of people can handle by themselves. I don't think the last son of Krypton could either. And I think he would want to make Superman his herald. Your next question. Imagine a crossover with Superman and Neo-Human. Cashion. Brainiac forms an alliance with the. What are the chances? What would Superman have? What chances would Superman? Yeah, he'd be good. A Cashion Superman crossover would be interesting, but yeah. Thank you. Comic Guy J990. Who in your opinion is? Wait, hold on. Who in your opinion and truly embodied Superman? Which actor? Okay. In your opinion, which actor truly embodied? Okay. Yeah, I'm reading it wrong. Sorry. I will always go back to Christopher Reeves. I think Christopher Reeves embodied that character so well that at the time Richard Donner said, you know, hey, he's too small. And what did he do? He dedicated himself and bulked up for that role. You know, and really understood what that role was trying to do. And he presented himself so likable as the character and as what a lot of his the creators wrote him as, and a lot of writers. I mean, Jerry Siegel and Schuster did. Yeah, so, yeah. Favorite Superman movie favorite Superman movie out of the Christopher Reeves run? Superman 2. It is 2. Yeah, 2 is my favorite. I love the first one. I love the first one. I just don't like what he did in that at the end. Like, basically, he went back. He basically made their Earth go backwards, and I'm like, that. Even for him, that's impossible. That would not happen. It's just there's no logic to that. But I loved 2 because Terrence Stamp did a great job as Zod. You know, third one. Don't get me wrong, I love me some Richard Pryor, but even he couldn't say that one. And the fourth one, don't get me started on that one. Are Kryptonians stronger than Voldemort? Yes. What? God, who keeps trying to? Okay, guys, I know there's a lot of people that are just getting into Invincible. Okay, and since they just jumped on that franchise, now everybody wants to compare the Voldemites and the Kryptonians. There's no comparison. There's no comparison, and there's no even any kind of because a fully developed Kryptonian that has absorbed sunlight for a majority of her lifetime going against a Volt, you're crazy. It's no way. So yes, Kryptonians are stronger. Your next question. Favorite Superman voice actor? Tim Daly. I know a lot of people like Mr. Newberg, and I do like him too. But Tim Daly is my favorite. I loved him because he wasn't trying to sound all heroic. He just sounded like a normal guy. And that's the thing about Superman. I don't like you listen to Superman in those early days. Excluding Matt Fletcher's run, but those from the Justice League that was under Hanna-Barbera and all that, I hated that voice because he always sounded like always in heroic mode. I'm going to stop you. I'm like, stop! Don't just talk normal. Tim Daly brought that. Talked normal as Superman, and I like that. I just wish he was available to do Justice League. He wasn't, so they got Mr. Newberg to do it. I don't hate him. He's probably my second favorite voice actor for Superman, but Tim Daly will always be my favorite Superman voice. Next question comes from Duke Lawton. Does Superman have one of the best themes? Yes. I actually work out to the Superman theme. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. When I'm on the treadmill and I'm running, that's me on a show. I do that. When I'm lifting weights, I do listen to the Superman. Thoughts on Dean Cain as Superman? I didn't hate Dean Cain as Superman. I think, he wasn't the. It's funny how, to me, I don't think he was the. I don't think he was the star, so to speak, because I don't think he was the star to a degree because though Terry Hatcher got top billing in my opinion. I think she did. The show she was on was called Lois and Clark. But I will give him credit because he's the first biracial Superman. He's the first biracial Superman. Because most people who don't know, Dean Cain is half Japanese, I believe. Because his real name is Tanaka. His last name is his given name is Tanaka. I think his father was of Japanese descent. So yeah, he's the first, and I'll give him credit for that. He's the first Superman, Asian or half Asian mixed live action Superman. So I'll give him credit. I'll give him that. Your next question, is Superman faster than Flash? No, he's not. And DC needs to stop pulling that shit and thinking that Clark can keep up with any of the Flashes. They need to stop doing that. Barry has gone on record many times and told, it has been said many times, just Barry has said he has held back many times when most those races are for charity. So he pulls back just to make Superman Clark look good. So, but he needs to really come out and just, no, I'm faster than him. yes I am. Your next question is, who's an actor you wish could have played Lex Luthor? Billy Zane. I think Billy Zane would have nailed that character. I think he would have been a very good Lex Luthor. Another actor I think of, Arnold Vosloo, I think could have nailed him too. Even with his kind of strong South African accent, but he can drop that. But I think he would have been cool too. But definitely Billy Zane. Billy Zane, I think, could have nailed Lex. Could have nailed that. Next up, Jalen Bullseye Collins. Thanks for coming through again, dude. That goes for Duke as well, and Eliza and all you guys who came through for both. Duke Lawton asks me, does Superman have one of, oh no, I did that. No, sorry. I'm Jalen. Sorry, Jalen. What's your favorite Superman? Who's your favorite Superman villain? Brainiac. Brainiac is my favorite, followed by Parasite. Yeah, Lex is not my favorite. Lex is, I don't even, is Lex in my top 5? I think he is, but he's low. I'm not. Next up, who's the most overrated Superman villain? Lex. I get quick and I get tired of Lex real quick over time. I'm like, oh God, okay, like, can we not have him? Yeah, sometimes it's like, ugh. I know he's his arch enemy, but it's just like, ugh. Jalen, Supergirl or Power Girl? Power Girl. Power Girl. Power Girl all day. Because one, she's older. She's an older version of Supergirl. She's the more mature. She's what Kara should be. So yeah, I like Kara, but you know, it's a Power Girl all the way. Karen Starr. Would you date a Kryptonian female if you could? Yes, I would. I'm not so insecure about myself and being able to, have a female that is stronger than me or things like that, and I ain't got no problem with that. I got nothing against that. You know, knowing that she'd have my back. You know, oh, don't worry, I got your back, babe. Don't worry. Like things like that to be great. Like I wouldn't mind. I'm not that insecure. Besides, I like strong women, so it's all right. So no, I would date a Kryptonian. The only thing I think would have a problem with is when it comes to, you know what, like it'll remind me of like my ex, my super ex-girlfriend. Remember how in that, like he had to like brace himself? Yeah, I'll be like, okay. Or we were like, all right, you gotta turn that red lamp on. That would be how it would have to go. Like red lamp's coming on. I'll be like, you know, Alexa, turn red lamp on. You know, something like that. Red Kryptonian sunlight on, pop. Because she would have to be normal. Because I'll be a little scared. That would be a little scary. Okay. Kira Shian, she comes next with a favorite Elseworld Superman story. Probably Superman Red Sun. That's probably my favorite, one of my favorites. I really did like that story. Like, what if, you know, Superman was raised in communist Russia? What if he crash landed communist Russia? How would he have been raised? I think, yeah, that was a very intriguing story. Your next question. Who's your favorite TV Superman actor? Favorite TV Superman actor. So, actors who play Superman on television. I am going to go with Tyler Hoechlin. I like him as Superman, who plays in the current Superman now. I like Tyler Hoechlin as Superman. I think he's great. Coming up next would definitely be Tom Welling, even though I wish he was in the costume and things like that. Next would be next would be the others. Like I said, I didn't hate George Reeves, but he's just way before my time. And even when I did watch it, I was like, No offense. Next question. What did you think of them putting Superman and Wonder Woman together finally? I didn't like it. I didn't care for it. I mean, I love them as just close friends. I don't know what was the infatuation of putting them together as a couple. You know, putting them together just to put them together. Because they're kind of the same. It's just opposites attract are better. Opposite attract. So yeah, I didn't care for it. I really didn't. Son of Light VX. What's a crossover that you always wanted to see with Superman that never happened from another company? I would have loved this. I would have loved to see a Superman Silver Surfer crossover. I don't think they've ever done that. I would have loved to seen that. I would have loved to seen Superman meet the Shi'ar Empire, and maybe Superman and Gladiator going at it once. And when Gladiator starts figuring out like he's hitting Superman with his best shots and it's not really taking him out, and then because it's all about confidence with Gladiator. His confidence level are high, he's good, but once his confidence levels start depleting, he start losing his powers. He's getting weaker and weaker. And I would love to see like Superman dealing with Namor. Oh my, just seeing Clark bitch slap Namor around a couple of times would be just fun for me. No underwear or underwear over costume. I always like the classic look. Underwear over it. I like that. So, just me. It's like that. Number two. Your third question. Were you really a fan of Superman with the energy powers during the 90s? Yeah, I did. I liked his when he had the energy powers. I thought it was cool. Like when he would turn back into Clark Kent, he could get hurt. Like somebody punched him, he'll feel that and he can bleed. So it was cool. There's sometimes I truly believe I was the only person that liked him with those powers. And your next question is favorite superpower of Superman. If you have one, you can give at least two. Favorite power of Superman. I love his X-ray vision. I love that. I love the X-ray vision. Yeah, I like it for other reasons, not what you think. I love that he can fly. Flight. I would love to be able to fly. I would love that because I'm not scared of heights, so I'll fly all high, things like that. I love that. So yeah. But I do love his X-ray vision. Like that's cool. So thank you for that. Lorenzo Smalls, killing me Smalls. Once again, I appreciate everybody who submitted questions for both Q&As. I appreciate that. I never understood why Superman is considered the big guy when he's not very tall. Do you? I get where they're coming from with that, but yeah, I mean Superman, he's taller than me. If he was standing next to me, he would tower me with about a foot and some. Yeah, he'd be very tall. I mean, he's 6'2". So yeah, I mean, Superman's tall. I mean, but I understand when people think tall, they're thinking like, 6'5" or something, or tall, like or taller. Like Thor is taller than Superman. The Hulk is taller than Superman. Well, things like that. So yeah, so to speak, I can understand it, but I mean he's still muscular, so his muscle mass makes him look bigger. That's sometimes how it is. Like because you're bigger, or like for example, you look at who's somebody like a power lifter or somebody that I'm a big fan of. Well, I think he retired now, but Eddie Hall. Eddie Hall, for example, he's gigantic, but he's not tall. He's like 6'1", but because of how massive he is, yeah, it gives off that illusion. You see, like Brian Shaw is tall. Like he's another powerlifter, another strong man. He is incredibly tall, but yeah, so you get but I understand where you're coming from as well. So I get it. All right, next question. Do you remember the Legion of Super Pets? Comet, the Super Horse, Streaky, the Super Cat, Crypto, Super Dog, Beepo, the Super Monkey. Yeah, I remember all those things. All right. I do remember all of them, all the Super Pets. Most of them, I know. I remember Comet, the Super Horse was. I think it was Kara's horse. Crypto, of course, is, yeah, I get it. But you don't see the like super horse, Super Cat, Streaky, or you still see Crypto. He still pops up, but you don't see the other ones. But I do remember them. Did you enjoy the Max Fletcher cartoon? I sure did. Yes, I did. I enjoyed those so much. Check this out. I got it on Blu-ray, the entire run on Blu-ray. So yes, I do like the Max Fletcher cartoons. Those are fun. Because even in that, he wasn't really flying at times. Sometimes he just leaped everywhere. It was cool. Next questions. So thank you for those questions. Next questions come from the Yin and Yang Lad again. On many of your videos, I've heard you say you laughed at the death of Superman. Why? No, that's true. When that first happened, when it happened back then in the 90s, I did laugh. You know, I could not. I thought it was fun. I was like, wait, Superman's dead. I laughed because I'm like, I didn't think that would ever happen. I didn't ever think Superman would die, but he did. You know. So yeah, I did. It wasn't out of like, he's dead. No, it was more like, he's dead? You gotta be kidding me, for real? You know, so that's how I looked at it. And he didn't stay dead for long. I don't think he stayed dead for a month or two. It wasn't gonna last. Least favorite actor to play Superman? That's Dean Cain. Dean Cain. How do you really feel about the two black versions of Superman, Calvin Ellis and Val Zod? I like them. Val Zod, from Earth 2. I like him. It's great. And Calvin Ellis is the Superman from Earth 65, and he's also the president. I think that's cool. So I don't mind. I don't mind at all, you know, and nor should anybody else mind. They're Supermen from alternate universes. They're from the multiverse. So, you know, get over yourself if you have a problem with that. I mean, there's an Asian Superman, Kenan Kong, and he's cool. So, could Superman lift Mjolnir? Yes, he could. He's done it before. If you go read Justice League Avengers crossover, he lifted it. He was using it. He was using that and Cap Shield. So yeah, he can lift it. Tim Dragon asks, if Metropolis was real, would you live there? Would you move there? I'd go visit, but I don't think I'd move there. I'm a New Yorker, and it's kind of hard You know, you could take the New Yorker out of New York for some while, but eventually, you know, I'm ready to come back home. And I'm like that personally. Like, you know, there are times I'm all about visiting. I'm always about visiting, but there are parts where I'm like, I don't think I'll ever really move out of New York. You know, unless somebody boots me. I don't know. It's hard to say. Your next question. What does Superman... Oh, what if Superman ended up with Lana Lang instead of Lois? That would have been interesting. I've never thought about that. That would have been that's a cool what if story. Like, what if Superman ended up with Lana instead of Lois? That's interesting. Very interesting. What was the next one? Let's ask the $1 million question. Why can't people realize Clark Kent is Superman? That's the $1 million question for real. Like, he's just got glasses on and things like that. So why can't they? I don't know. It's funny. I think there was a video I watched that kind of explained it, and it actually made sense to a degree. But yeah, I mean, if I saw Superman and I saw Clark Kent come, you know, I'm gonna pull him aside. I'm like, nice disguise, but I know who you are. You know, come on. It's like when, if you watch the old school He-Man, how people couldn't recognize He-Man and Prince Adam was the same. That's why I always appreciate the remake from 2002 and what Kevin Smith did, which is not a remake. It actually continues the original series. You know, Prince Adam looks smaller. He looks like a young man, but when he says by the power of Bridge, then he bulks up, and so yeah, I like that. So thank you. Next question, your final question. What's your opinion on Nuclear Man from Superman 4: Quest of Peace? Oh my God. Somebody shoot me now with that, because I hated that. That's why I say, all the time, like the other, I don't care too much for Superman 4. It's just, no thank you. I mean, if you go back, there's some lost footage of the original actor who played him before the other one, because there was like 2 versions. You can look online too. But yeah, there are some footage of like the prototype of Nuclear Man, and then the one that comes later who looks like a model, and his long nail. Don't get me started. I'll go ham on you with Nuclear Man. I do not like that character. That's the dumbest thing. The dumbest character ever. It boggles my mind that instead of getting one of Superman's famous characters in the 4th movie, you go with some fake, stupid character that is born from the sun and can retract his nails, scratch Superman on the back of the neck, and he's hurt. Like, get the stupid shit. Get the fuck out of here. What a waste. Next question. Favorite actress to play Supergirl? Well, there's only been Yeah, 3. Miss Slater, Helen Slater, um, Michelle Bionis, and Laura Vanderroot. I think that's, yeah, Laura, yeah. Out of them, I would probably say Michelle Bionis. Like, she really played that character, and she really loved playing that character, and you could tell. And I love that she really had fun time playing it. She looked like Supergirl. Don't get me wrong, Laura Vanderroot, who played her in Smallville, she looked great, but you wanted to see her in costume, and you never got to see her. So yeah. So I'm gonna go Michelle Bionis. Your second question. How would you feel if they did a Superman versus Aliens crossover? They did. They've done a Superman Aliens crossover. I think it was under Dark Horse and DC. It's rare now. You gotta look hard to find it. It's rare. It's very rare. I remember seeing it online. I seen the cheapest I actually seen it being. The cheapest I ever seen it. I seen it on Amazon once for $125. I seen it cheaper on eBay. The cheapest I seen it was $175. This guy wanted $175 for it. A mint copy. It was rent. It wasn't red or anything. So yeah. So yeah. Next question. Are you tired of the Superman Batman debate? Hell yeah. I'm so tired of that. I get tired of it. You know, oh, who would win, or you know, Superman and Batman, all this. Why do they fight? You know, I've said it before. You know, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. You know, it's like, look, you know, Frank Miller always says he loves taking credit for breaking up that friendship. You know, they could never be friends. And I call, no offense, Mr. Miller, but I call bullshit on that. Yes, they could be friends. And they are friends. And they're family, actually. They're more like family. You know, Clark has said Bruce is like the brother he wish he had. And same thing goes for Bruce. You know, so yeah. But I do get tired of that debate. I really do. Superman versus It. Who wins? Are you talking about? That would be an interesting fight. Yeah, that would be a very, very interesting fight. Pennywise versus Superman. That would be interesting. I would be down for that. That'd be cool. Thank you for the questions, Blue Guardian. Thank you. And the last set of questions come from Solomon the Hooded. What's good? Why do you think so many people are not big fans of Superman? I don't know where you're getting that from. I mean, there are. I think there are people that don't like him because he's straight and narrow. You know, he's like the Boy Scout. You know, there people like bad boys in a sense. But for me, you know, I do love Superman. Here's a good example of this. Whenever I hear people say they hate Superman but they love Captain America, I'm like, that doesn't make sense because they're kind of similar. You know what I mean? So yeah. Your next question, is Superman immortal? No. They've never gone out in any comic series, in any writer. No writer has ever come out and said Superman is immortal. he can age. He just ages very slowly, and we've seen that. So no, he's not immortal. He's not immortal, and nor should he be immortal. I think I wouldn't like that if he was immortal. He's not a god. He's not really a god. He's not. Rank Superman as a father. He gets a 9, 9.5. He's near perfect. He's great. He's a good father. I love him as a father. That's one of the things I love about him. Like like when they introduced Jonathan Kent, Dan Jurgens was writing out. Love that stuff. That was great. I just hate the fact that they did the whole time jump and made Jonathan older. I hate that. I hate that. And your last question, wasn't one of Superman's creators Canadian? Yes. I believe it's Schuster. He was Jerry Schuster. I think it was Schuster, because Jerry Segal, he was from Cleveland. I believe, yeah. Schuster was Canadian. He was from Toronto, Ontario. So yeah, it's cool. So that's why I kind of always feel like Superman represents America and Canada. You know, because of his creators, both of his creators. I find that cool, but it shouldn't matter. But yeah, I mean, it's cool. It is cool. I like it. You know, and that family gets paid pretty damn well. You know, for that the legacy their fathers left behind. That's just great. So yeah. So thank you everybody for all those questions. I appreciate it so much. Knocked out another Patreon Q&A. 14 people came on and asked questions. And you know, that's 14 out of, and I'm not ashamed of saying how many how many members I have under my Patreon. I have 26 now. 26 members. And 26 members, and only 12 of them are paid members. So I'm not ashamed of acknowledging that. I'm fine with it. But yeah. But thank you. I appreciate it, guys. As always, stay tuned, because I'll do this again. We'll do it again. I'll take another character or theme, and we'll do another. I'll post it on Patreon, and it will be for every member, free and paid. But with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for everybody who put out the questions. I had a lot of fun, and I will see you guys next time. Well, I'm not wearing a Superman shirt. My Superman shirt is in the laundry. I'm wearing a Punisher shirt. Anyway, guys, you guys take care. I'll see you guys next time. Deuces.